If you're serious about SEO, just doing what everyone else is doing won't cut it. You have to look ahead at what search engines might want or need tomorrow and try to get ahead of the curve. Normally, I say the best way to do this is to think about what users need, but sometimes the way to do this is to actually think about the mistakes search engines have made and how they might try to fix them. Let's start with a quick history lesson on how Google created the link economy. The vast majority of SEOs agree that backlinks have a big impact on how well your site performs in Google's algorithm and where you appear in search results. Google loves to play down the importance of links, but the amount of guidance they provide and the priority that they give to link management tools like the disavow tool really tells a different story. Today, the answer seems simple. Links to your site affect your ranking. Good links improve ranking, bad links can damage ranking. Forget about Bitcoin. Links are the true currency of the web. The unfortunate side effect this has had is to make links things people are reluctant to give away. Theories about link juice abound, and SEO practitioners continue to fret about how much value they may be giving away with external links. This all leads overall to fewer links between sites, and that's a bad thing for the web. The original vision of hypertext, that's what the HT in HTML stands for, was for documents where any term that might be unknown, confusing, or alien to the reader was linked to additional information. This idea was really powerful, and it's the cornerstone of the web as we know it today. Hypertext was supposed to make reading more interactive and information more accessible, but it can't do this without links being freely given. Just imagine for a moment how much better the internet would be if every article you read freely linked to other supporting material, citations and definitions, and how much easier it would be to spot fake news articles, for example, if they lacked these things. That is how the web started out, before Google. Google treating links as a form of online currency, a vote by one site in favour of another, was the secret to their algorithm's early success in returning high-quality search results. It was ingenious because it leveraged the efforts of everyone writing for the web and creating links between sites at that time, turning their individual knowledge of where the good stuff was into a tradable commodity for Google. Even back then, Google made its money off the back of other people's efforts. Nothing has changed for them. But for the rest of us, we now live in a world where most webmasters are more selective about who they'll link to than Regina George from Mean Girls. Google still understands the importance of links, though, in establishing both the value of content and in understanding it in context. As they push forward with their use of featured snippets, yanking content out of your website and displaying it on theirs, they may also have noticed that these out-of-context snippets need a little something to make them really useful. Featured snippets actually need links. But, of course, this is Google, and nobody tells Google what links are going on its first page. So don't expect links that are in the text that Google scrapes from your site to survive the transformation into being a featured snippet. Nope. Instead, Google appears to be experimenting with rewriting your content with links they've chosen. It was Brody SEO on Twitter who first brought this to my attention, capturing a well-timed video of one of Google's experiments. You can come and take a look at the website if you want to see that. Effectively what this shows is a featured snippet about Lil Wayne. He's a musician, apparently, and it's got links in it to him, to an album of his, to another artist called Birdman, none of which are in the original text. Now, there's an ongoing cognitive dissonance here at Google that prioritises the wants and needs of people searching for information over what is good or maybe even acceptable for people creating the information that Google makes a business out of indexing. Quite simply, many people think that Google mistreats content creators. It takes their content, repackages it, reuses it, recycles it, and makes billions through wrapping adverts around it. It moves into sectors that already have good quality search tools and disrupts them with its own offerings. It prioritises its own products in search results above competitors. It even rewrites the rules on technology it doesn't like, forcing technologies like AMP onto developers by prioritising sites that follow its rules over those that don't. How does Google get away with all this? Well, Google gets away with it because it has a colossal monopoly. There are more sites for any one useful topic than can fit on Google's front page. And so businesses and individuals of all sizes continue to follow Google's rules and pay for its mistakes. What might happen in the future? Well, Google love to experiment, and they do lots of things to search that are only ever seen by a few users and never truly see the light of day in the widely available version of the search. But they do seem very keen on featured snippets. I think you have to see this change through the lens of another controversial Google change that has rolled out recently, where Google are automatically scrolling the user to a relevant paragraph on your site and highlighting it when you click a search result. Google are already changing the way your site looks. Is it such a huge jump to imagine they will start to inject links into that page as well? It may sound like I'm starting a rallying cry here for blocking Google from indexing your site, but I'm really not. This is about making sure that your site gets the traffic that it deserves. So the advice today is make more links. Link to definitions, link to citations, become a bigger part of that egalitarian web, and stop listening to people with worrying prognostications about giving away your link juice. Start building your website in a way that really helps your users. Because if you don't, Google may just choose to fix this for you.